Welcome everyone to your favorite show, Vibe in Action, where you get to experience the very future you've imagined before anyone else. I am here with Peter again today. Great to see you. You're looking
sure?
handsome and green.
The way you said it, I think you wanted someone else today.
No, why do you think that
I'm just
way?
kidding. But when you said the future we've imagined, a news story came to mind. You know SpaceX and those space tests to go to the moon and then Mars?
Yeah.
That's like becoming a reality slowly but surely.
The
things
Starship launch.
we dreamed about as kids. Maybe will become a reality before we get too old.
Yeah,
Who knows?
whenever see the footage, it just feels so surreal.
Yeah.
The space used to be a far, far away world of the unknown, but it's becoming closer and closer to us every day, right?
Yeah.
So, to tell us more about the present and future of space technology, we have invited a special guest today. Professor Hyun-Suk Jeon, welcome aboard,
Yeah,
Professor.
glad to hear, and I'm thanks for the invitation to these Bible elections. I research on the space science on the outer space. Today I'm gonna guide and introduce about the space system and the future and the present one.
Wow, I'm looking forward to it.
And you've been a soldier
Yeah, right.
for 35 years?
35 years in the Air Force.
Wow, in the Air Force. So
Right.
he's like a real life Buzz Lightyear to me.
Fantastic. So a space scientist, that's cool already. Then Air Force background, that's even cooler. Today's conversation, it's going to be so exciting.
I am so excited. Time to explore the outer space. Everybody buckle up. Let's get started with a V.
Vibe in action!
Trajectory locked, calculating orbital burn.
Looks good. Proceed.
Space becoming the new arena of competition, indeed. Well, in the past, when people talked about space development, it was all about who sticks the flag first, who steps on the moon first, who goes farther away from home. But nowadays, the space race has become part of our daily lives. A lot of what we do every day actually depend on space technology.
I'm going to give this some example about that.
Okay.
Peter, did you use the car navigation application on the way to this studio right today?
I'm ashamed to say it because I only live 10 minutes away, but I still use my navigation. Yeah, I
know
always
what?
use it for everything.
I need my GPS to find my GPS.
We need navigation technology
Cannot
for
live
everything.
without it.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That GPS signal just comes direct from the satellite in the space.
Wow.
Even more the credit card payments or banking transfer and all things we use from the space. Without satellites, precise timing or the synchronizations, the whole world is gonna be tangled or the grind to a halt.
Really, without all
Right,
those
right.
satellites.
Well, even banking activities were dependent on satellites. So when they stop orbiting the Earth, everything we do at home or at work will come to a grinding halt.
You don't realize it's involved in pretty much everything nowadays.
Right.
Wow.
You guys have the smartphone, right?
Yeah.
In the cell phone, there is a small, the ultra compact cameras and lens inside it. This is called the CCD, Charged Coupled Device. That's developed by the NASA.
NASA?
Yeah, right. NASA is just trying to make the compact component to install the spacecraft.
That's why we can have small cameras in our phones.
Right,
because of
right,
NASA.
Oh, I think they were developed by Samsung.
That's what I thought as well.
Hence the name Galaxy.
Yeah, it's all linked to space.
Yeah.
So when we take photos of our spaghetti or kimbap before we eat it, that's thanks to space technology as well.
Right,
Yeah,
sure.
right.
In the past, the space is just expensive, the government-led one. But right now, we just focused on the commercial space.
From government-led to commercial.
Yeah, right.
Let's check it out.
Yes.
my prediction is that it will be by far the cheapest place to put AI will be space in 36 months or less, maybe 30 months.
36 months?
Less than 36 months.
Wow. Elon Musk operates on a whole different scale, right?
Yeah,
He is Tony Stark, like in real life.
But isn't 1 million satellites too many? I'm afraid they're going to choke up the sky.
It'll be dark soon.
Yeah.
Elon Musk is one of a kind. And speaking of the Musk, I'm gonna give the keys to you
Another
guys.
quiz time. I love quiz.
About
That's a
Musk.
long
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
In 2018, Elon Musk just launched the space rocket, but inside there is something special, a crazy one.
Oh.
Crazy
something
one?
Crazy
Yeah,
in
best
a rocket.
crazy one.
Okay.
I'm gonna give the 3 examples. First one is the picture to give to the aliens.
A pizza for aliens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second one is the red sports car.
Sports car in a rocket.
Yeah, all right. Third one is just a live alpaca.
Live
Alpaca.
animal.
Yeah, all right.
That doesn't sound very nice.
Yeah, animal abuse. After all, he's a car maker. So I would say number 2. And if it's for the purpose of test, it has to be something heavy. So what about red sports car?
And
What's your answer?
his own brand as well, because then it'll be
He doesn't make
advertising.
pizza.
Yeah, there you go. I reckon number 2 as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Really?
Correct.
Wow.
You guys are good. All right. The car is Tesla's red Roadster sports car that Elon Musk used to drive every day. But he is input some kind of mannequins just dressed in the spacesuit in the driver's seat.
Really?
It's a good publicity stunt and also good for the PR of Tesla too.
Yeah.
But why did he have to send off such an expensive roadster to test the performance of the rocket in the first place?
All right. When he tested for new rockets, we just input some kind of concrete or steel or metal some things. This is called just the dummies.
As a payload.
Right. Instead of the very expensive real satellite.
So it's just to take the place of concrete or steel, and he's just being a bit eccentric.
Yeah,
Yeah,
concrete,
right.
too boring.
Wow. So is that red sports car somewhere in space now? It's just floating around?
Actually, satellite is orbiting around the sun between Mars and the Earth. So
It's somewhere there.
That would totally spook the Martians. The Martians would think the red car is our UFO.
Yeah, it's driving around.
it's gonna pass close to the Mars in 2035 and pass by the Earth in 2047.
It's going to come back.
Say
Instead of a
elliptical
flying
orbit, right.
pen, it's a flying vehicle, flying
Yes.
car.
Wow.
All right.
Wow, but besides Mr. Musk and Mr. Bezos as well, it's not just private companies that are competing fiercely. Countries, both advanced and emerging, are also aggressively advancing their goals and moving forward with different ambitious projects. There seems to be a lot of renewed momentum to return to the moon as well.
All right. Even nations are very engaged in the hard-nosed pragmatic battle over the securing the minerals resources in the moon.
Resources.
All right. That's the reason.
They want to get the resources
Right,
from
right,
the
that's
moon
it,
to
right.
claim it for themselves.
Right.
That kind of thing.
The US also has an accord.
Yeah, you know, the United States just formed the Artemis Accord. That's the space alliance to pioneer to the moon. And even the China gonna try to catch up by the completion of the International Space Station. It's like the United States one. That's called the Tiangong.
They're going to create their own space
Right,
station.
right.
Back to the moon. So the focus is not anymore on the symbolic arrival or nominal achievement. The approach has been shifted towards more pragmatic gains like procuring resources. Countries that gain an early foothold in the vast expanse of space will definitely have an advantage in future industries and strategic security.
Yeah, I'm curious, where does Korea stand in terms of space technology?
Korea has achieved a very compressed growth that astonished the world. But from the 1990s through the 2000s, we just imported space technology from the other countries like the United States, Europeans. But from the 2010, we just accumulated our own space technology. So as a result, there is success of a Nuri space rocket. So that's made the whole nation cheer up.
Definitely.
Nuri.
Yeah, I remember watching Nuri's launch live, right? Everyone was glued to the news and cheering at the top of their lungs.
Me too. What a groundbreaking moment, setting another milestone in the history of Korea. But at the same time, I hate to admit this, but countries like the US and China are decades ahead of us in space exploration. So some might think it'd be much cheaper and easier to simply import their skills and to use their rockets instead of developing our own. So what does it actually mean to invest so much time and money into developing our own?
Think about that if we want to launch the satellite that's related to the national security or military operations within the foreign countries' rocket or the commercial rockets, the whole specs of the satellite, just we should expose or disclose to them.
Oh, that's true.
And what's going to happen? And another one is that if the international relations turns sour or the cooperations breaks down, there is no way to launch the satellite to the space.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the problem. We should depend our space technology sovereignty. So that's important.
Yeah, especially in this current geopolitical climate, it's best to have sovereignty in the key sectors. But aren't you curious to see where all that remarkable cutting-edge technology is being developed?
Oh, yeah.
Today, we're heading straight to the heart of Korea's space technology. Are you ready to take a look?
Okay.
Put your goggles on.
Let's go. Vibe in action.
This is the Naro Space Center of the Korea Aerospace Research Institute, the outpost of South Korea's space development. In particular, the successful fourth launch in November 2025 marked a new leap forward for South Korea's space industry. It not only reaffirmed the reliability of the Nuri rocket, but also successfully carried out its first ever nighttime launch, demonstrating stable launch operation capabilities.
누리호 3차, 4차 발사를 연속적으로 성공하면서 이제는 우리나라 우주발사체가 양산 그리고 발사 서비스를 시작할 수 있는 단계에 들어섰다라고 생각이 들고요.
새벽 1시 전후로 해서 한 20분간의 타이트한 일정의 그 런치 윈도우가 있는 그런 발사였기 때문에 그런 발사를 성공했다는 데 저희가 큰 의미를 두고 있습니다.
The significance of the Nuri rocket goes beyond the success of its launches alone. More than 300 domestic companies took part in its development, building up technological expertise across every stage of launch vehicle development.
누리호에 포함되어 있는 다양한 기술들이 국내 스타트업이라든지 아니면 기술 이전을 받고 있는 대기업들의 전수가 되고 있는 단계인데요. 그러한 과정들을 통해서 우리나라 우주 발사체가 다양하게 개발될 수 있는 시발점이 된 단계가 되었다라고 생각됩니다.
Building on the success of the Nuri rocket, South Korea is accelerating the development of its next-generation launch vehicle. The key is reusable launch vehicle technology. While the Nuri rocket is an expendable launch vehicle used only once, the next-generation launch vehicle will feature a new engine and be designed to recover and reuse its first stage.
스페이스X가 위성대 발사 비용이 대략 킬로그램당 2,000불 혹은 그 이하로 언급이 되고 있는데 사실 소모성 발사체는 보통 일반적으로는 그거의 10배 이상 비싼 게 사실이거든요. 그런 측면에서 봤을 때 제성 발사체를 발사함으로써 우리가 우리나라에 있는 위성들을 지금 현재 누리호보다 더 저렴하고 그리고 더 많이 발사할 수 있는 그런 기회를 가질 수 있을 거라고 생각이 됩니다.
South Korea is pursuing a roadmap to launch a homegrown lunar lander aboard its next-generation launch vehicle by 2032. At the same time, it is also building new launch infrastructure to support that goal.
민간 발사체 기업들이 편리하고 자유롭게 발사를 할 수 있는 그런 발사장도 현재 지금 건설 중에 있고요. 우리나라가 국토가 굉장히 큰 그런 나라는 아니기 때문에 비록 적은 그런 국토지만 효율적으로 언제든지 우리가 원하는 탑재물을 우리가 원하는 때 바로 발사를 할 수 있는 발사 횟수도 좀 증대시키는 그런 발사장을 만들어가는 것이 저희 목표입니다.
From the Nuri rocket to the development of the next generation launch vehicle, government investment to support these efforts is also increasing. This year, South Korea's space budget surpassed $700 million for the first time.
2030년대 중반에 차세대 발사체를 활용을 해서 화성 탐사선을 발사할 계획을 갖고 있고요. 이런 것들을 종합적으로 바탕을 해서 2040년대에는 우리나라가 세계 5위권의 우주 강국으로 도달하고자 하는 목표를 위해서 항우연과 우리나라 모든 우주산업 분야가 열심히 노력을 하도록 하겠습니다.
Moving beyond an era of relying on foreign launch vehicles, South Korea is now opening the door to space with its own technology. South Korea's drive to become one of the world's 5 leading space powers continues.
That's unbelievable. Korea's space technology seems to be advancing day by day.
Yes, it's quite astonishing if you think about it, from a technological latecomer to one of the global space powers.
Yeah.
And what's more impressive is that we're moving beyond the stage of government-led research and development and stepping into a full-fledged space ecosystem by private entities.
Yeah.
There is so many the national space plans to boost the commercial space ecosystem, right?
See, so there's support from like the government as
Sure.
well. But with all this kind of development with space, there are also the issues around security growing as well. So how does space tech then evolve and change into becoming like a weapon? And how's that connected to like national security?
Inherently, space technology is the dual purpose use. One, for example, the ordinary communication satellites can be used for the military command and control networks. And during the contingence or the wartime. And another one is that there is so many Earth observation satellites. Also, they can be used for the reconnaissance to observe the ground targets. So one of the good example is the Starlink.
Starlink.
You know the Starlink system, right? Starlink is used for the main role and for the military command and communication network in Ukraine and the Russian war. Right.
So what was just for civilians to communicate
Sure.
can be for soldiers and commanders as well.
Right.
We're normally a football player, but in wartime, you can be a soldier.
I guess so, yeah.
Відповідні інституції наші над цим працюють. Вважаю, що це відключати нас від старлінків неправильно.
So if space technology is being used this actively on the real battlefield already, are things like space operations that the military talks about something that's going to happen on a serious scale?
In the past, we just focus on the state or government-led space, but right now the center of gravity is shifting from the commercial one to the warfighting domain. So today is more than the 15,000 satellites in this space, and about the 95% of military operations and depends on the space-based system.
95%.
Right. For example, the reconnaissance, communication, and missile warning, and something like this. It's very important.
Space already for the military sector.
But honestly, when I hear the term space operations, I immediately think of the scenes from sci-fi movies where spaceships fire lasers and the enemy vessels are exploding. Is this really what's happening out there? What's the most dangerous kind of threat in space warfare?
direct destruction is more lethal and dangerous, but there is another one is the cyber hacking, jamming, disruption, and deception, something like that. So
Spoofing, cyber attacks.
they are invisible, but when they terrorize the system of the space one, whole things just messed up and it can disable the system's function. So I think the objective is achieved.
They're invisible, silent attacks, yet that's even scarier because you cannot observe it or avoid it.
That's true.
Yet they can destroy the entire system. But how are the major powers preparing for such destructions?
I'm going to give these examples of the United States, Europeans, and Russia and China. First, the United States, in this year, they just disclosed about the national NDS. That's the stand for the National Defense Strategy. It elevated the space into the ultimate high ground. Also, the United States Space Force, they just gonna double their Guardians workforce from 16,000 to 32,000 personnel.
Wow.
And what about Europe? Europe has experienced about the history awakening from the Ukraine war. So they just try to develop the European Space Shield or the communication satellite constellation. It is called the IRIS Square. Important thing is they just accept the defense role of the space for the first time in 50 years.
They're coming back to it.
Right.
What about China and Russia?
Yeah, let's jump to the Russia. Russia has very aggressive ASAT capability. ASAT means the anti-satellite weapons. So they have the satellites carry very powerful and aggressive or dangerous payload inside of it. If explode in the space, thousands of satellites or in the range of the several kilometers satellites can be affected.
ASAT.
ASAT, right.
Like-
Anti-satellite.
And that can explode in space.
There's several kinds of ASAT systems. First, like missiles. And another one is the exposure in the space. And another one is the jamming, spoofing, disruptions, non-physical method. There is another one is the ground to the air and the space missiles. For example, the S-500 or S-550. That's estimated the use for the ASAT missions.
From the ground?
Yeah. Very specialized for the ASAT mission. Right. Last one is the China.
Yes.
And in April 2024, China just dissolved the PLA Strategic Support Force and reconstructed into the three services. First one is the Aerospace Force, and the second one is the Cyberspace Force, and the last one is the Information Support Force. Right. That's the world trend.
ASAT, SAR, and then PLA.
Wow.
I'm gonna need subtitles. So PLA has been dissolved, and instead they created another branch?
PLA stands for the People Liberation Army.
People's Liberation Army.
Right. They just dissolved the PLA force into the three services, and that's it.
That's
So
intriguing.
it became a more sophisticated organization.
Right.
Yeah, more relevant for like 2026, I
Right.
suppose. But the problem from Korea's point of view is it's between all these superpowers. I don't envy Korea's position. What kind of strategy are we going to pursue then, Korea?
Yeah, what kind of abbreviations are we going to pursue?
That's a very tough one. Korea has the military space strategy right now, but you know the NIS?
And National Intelligence Service.
Right.
Yeah.
NIS developed this national space strategy right now. It is very important cooperation between the commercial and the military. So there is good relationship between the National Space Security Center in NIS and the Space Operations Center in military. And the last one is the Space Situation Awareness Center in the KASI. KASI stands for the Korea Astronomi and the Space Science Institute. That's located in the Daejeon City.
Okay.
We have a good relationships and cooperation right now. So that's important, right?
You really look like a commander-in-chief right now, knowing all about the operations.
Yeah, better than
Thank you
anyone.
very much.
And we have recently launched a new optical satellite.
Yeah, right. Referring to the military space operations, there is four kinds of one. First one is the space domain awareness, and the second one is the space information support, and the third one is the space power projections, and the last one is the space control. Right now, we just concentrate and focus on the space domain awareness and the information support. For example, for the space domain awareness, we're going to have the system that's of the electro-optics, laser, or the radar system based on the ground. But finally, we're going to have the space-based space surveillance system. And for the information support operations, we're going to have the various kind of the satellites of the reconnaissance, communication, and missile warning, something like this.
Wow.
As we mentioned, the reconnaissance satellites 425. You mean that one?
425.
Yeah, 425 project reconnaissance satellite. It has payload. That's the synthetic aperture radar to monitor the ground targets for the military operations.
So that's like a high performance.
Right. More important thing is the visual assurance or the space resiliency in the viewpoint of the national defense or the national functions or national infrastructure. So finally, we should focus on the mission assurance.
Mission assurance.
Right. For the space operations.
To make sure missions are carried out well?
Right. That's it.
Oh, 425 project. Do you know why it's called 425? I looked it up.
Was it made at 4:25 in the afternoon or something? No?
How do you pronounce 425 in Korean?
사이오.
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 And SAR stands for SAR.
Okay.
Yeah. Synthetic aperture radar. And EO stands for electro-optics.
Oh, wow.
Hence, 425.
That's clever.
Yeah, 425, right? I
that's
did
it.
my
Right,
homework. So we're enhancing our surveillance capabilities, and we finally secured a reliable set of eyes of our own, monitoring and detecting abnormal signs.
All right, then. Shall we take a moment to sum up what we've learned today?
We
then?
need it.
Yes.
Desperately. Let's do it. Space technology, once an unexplored frontier,
Is now essential infrastructure that powers everyday life.
space technology is a powerful dual-use technology used for both civilian industries and national security.
Korea is fully entering the new space era, where government and private sectors converge.
Preparing for the coming era of competition for dominance in the space economy. We're living in the new space era. I like that. And one thing for sure is space is no longer a place that exists only in our dreams. Space technology is now deeply intertwined with our daily lives, national security, and of course, military affairs. So then, what's next? As we look ahead, where should we be heading?
I think that we should concentrate on the full spectrum integration between the military and the commercial space, from the just planning, the developing, and the acquisition to the operations. So that's important, I think.
Moving forward.
I really hope space technology is used not as a weapon, but as a shield that protects us safely.
We don't want those movies where countries or empires are attacking one another in space, right?
yeah.
We just want to protect the Earth and humanity.
Especially in the space field, we need the cooperation, civil and the military, and even the commercials. We should cooperate and coordinate for the future.
With
that's
other
it.
countries as well, I suppose, right?
Well, I will definitely look forward to seeing Korea's dazzling journey into space continuing to reach new heights. That's all we have for today. Next time, we'll be back with even newer and more powerful vibes to turn your even the wildest imagination into reality. Let's pull off the best ending possible.
One last time.
Okay? Let's do it.
Vibe in action!
To infinity and beyond.
Fantastic. We're talking about entire cities, maybe even countries being shut down completely. The scale is on a whole other level.
You know those movies where an entire city suddenly comes to a grinding halt and lose power?
It's not just something from the movie, it is actually happening in the real world. These days, hackers really enjoy using AI because AI actually automates the cyber attacks. They don't sleep, they don't rest.
Wow.
This is enormously worrisome. The most evil idea and objective combined with the most up-to-date tool of AI, it is an expressway to hell.
Well, then as soon as I get home, I'm changing my passwords.